Chandrajit Banerjee joins us now, and well, he's used to working on Saturday morning, so this is not new to him. So, Mr. Banerjee, Saturday morning while we are working, everybody is working, the parliament is working. You are used to working on Saturday mornings, right? Are you speechless or your audio is not coming to us? Because I said Saturday morning work.
I don't think my audio. I don't know. I'm speaking, but I'm not sure to reaching you.
I can hear you now, sir. Yes, sir. Saturday morning. How does it feel like coming to CI office?
Yeah, no, sir. Always a pleasure to come here, and always a pleasure to work on any day. That's.
But will the budget as well, Mr. Banerjee, you think be as pleasurable, and will it make coming on a Saturday to work worth it, is the question, I guess.
So I would think that, this year is a very crucial year, and we have all been talking about, consumption, but what's going to be important, if we've seen it in the backdrop of the economic survey that came out yesterday, I do see the budget really moving on the next-gen reforms very strongly. So the focus on growth, that's going to be very, very critical through these next-gen reforms, and incentivizing the states to go on those next-gen reforms, whether be it the labor, the agri, the land part of it. Those are going to be critical areas, and growth is going to be very critical. Growth drivers are going to be very critical areas that we should look out for the budget, because that really brings in a lot in terms of solution. The second part, of course, is being talked about is consumption, and our economy, a large part of it is driven by consumption. So bolstering or rather facilitating that to be picked up is going to be very critical, and one we'll look out for the budget for that. But there is this debate on this capex, and I would think that we need a continued push on the capex, but the capex, if you really look at the quality of capex in terms of the social infrastructures, the way the capex allocations for even going into the rural areas, all of that would be critical and important. So I don't see us moving away a lot from capex, by the government. I think there would need to be a focus. But what was again good in the economic survey, and which gives a hint at, is the focus on technology, the focus on AI, creating institutional mechanism for a greater deliberation between different stakeholders with regards to areas like AI and technology. Those are going to be very critical things to good. And I would really imagine giving fillip to areas like the transition economy, to green, a new set of PLIs, whether it's in the budget or even given a direction towards going towards a PLI, etc., to certain sectors which are so much critical to bring in. All of this, I think, will give a big impetus to the economy.
Now, CB, some would say that idhar dekho, right? Consumption dekho ya capex dekho. If one looks at capex, it needs government uptick. If one looks at consumption, it needs a push from the government. The thing is, if you look at consumption, then capex get compromised. If you look at capex, then fiscal deficit gets compromised. So kidhar dekho? What should government look at?
So I'll answer that in two parts. What we are seeing, government has been extremely prudent as far as fiscal is concerned, year on year, year after year. And I think we are on track as far as that is concerned. And I am not too much concerned about the fiscal part of it, because we need to this is the time for us to really push on growth. But you talk about money, one thing that we need to talk about and bring it onto the table, and I hope the budget does this time, is to look at divestment. Money comes in from there. There could be more than a 10 lakh crore odd coming with. I'm not talking about, giving up even the even if you come down to a 51%, say, so even if actually if you even go down to 26%, that type of divestment and implementation of such divestments very boldly can bring in a lot of money, which can create sovereign wealth fund, but that itself brings in a large pool to enable what you are saying is difficult.
So can I say that look here, look there, but don't lose sight of fiscal deficit beyond a point, right? That is the most important, I would use the word preamble in this case consciously, that do whatever you want to do, but keep the fiscal guardrail very, very intact, right?
The glide path, maintain the glide path, that's enough. Don't go overboard on it. But at the same time, look at, one of the things that they could focus on is the debt to GDP ratio. If that they focus more on, you will get higher credit rating. You will get in more investments. So I would think that we have been very prudent on fiscal. Just continue with that glide path and don't, overdo or over focus on that, but do focus on growth.
Mr. Banerjee, thank you so much for your time today. Good speaking with you.
Great. See you again. Thank you.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.